As the demands of educators continue to grow, emotional resilience and mindful clarity have become essential, not optional. Our first keynote speaker this morning, Mr. Ashwin Srisailam, will share his insights on the relevance of integrating teacher and student well-being into the learning process. Ashwin is the co-founder, visionary, and content driver behind Ahhaa, an AI-driven mental well-being platform. A humanitarian, public speaker, and former monk with over 2 decades of learning and teaching others on how to live a life of inner happiness with emotional well-being and mental wellness. He became a monk at the age of 13, spent 19 years traveling the world, helping people find inner clarity and freedom. He adopted deep practices and processes in those years for himself, finding the essence of life and guided people from that place of inner awareness. He has always shared with people a life of inner awareness as ultimate tool to success and fulfillment. Ashwin has spoken in more than 45 countries and interacted with countless people, guiding them to discover life vision and passion. Various celebrities like Meg Ryan, Rick Allen, Goldie Hawn, Lubov Azaria, Jim Carrey have struck a deep chord with Ashwin, understanding all about life growth. Ashwin had one of his most memorable experiences guiding and helping the legendary Michael Jackson during his last 3 years. Michael was one of Ashwin's best friends, and the time spent together is cherished by Ashwin all the time. Michael Jackson introduced Ashwin to Oscar-winning A.R. Rahman, who later launched the Ahhaa platform with Diane and Ashwin, co-founders of Ahhaa. 2 decades of inner helping people took him to a point of realization where he saw internet and deep tech to be a great tool. Thus, Ahhaa was born. In 2017, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi experienced Ahhaa solutions at the GES Summit. Today, Ashwin is focused on inspiring the best of humanity through technology and still continues to guide people wherever he goes. He is a frequent speaker at United Nations, Harvard Medical School, and Columbia University. He is currently a trending mind content artist on 36 global platforms, including Apple Music, Spotify, JioSaavn, and many others. Various companies like Deloitte, Aditya Birla, Accenture, and global executives work with Ashwin, integrating mind wisdom with leadership skills. He also carries the passion of running marathons together with his life partner, Diane. He has various world major marathons. It is with great pleasure that we welcome Mr. Ashwin Srisailam on stage.
Before I begin, I have the next 1 hour with each one of you. I have the next 16 minutes with each one of you. I have never stood on any stage if I don't have the intention that the next 1 hour, what it's going to leave in you, the impact it is going to touch in the corners of your heart, what you're going to remember stays with you for a long, long time. I don't care about the speakership. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about how many details I've given you. All I think about, what matters to me, is you're all here. We have this incredibly precious life. We're all breathing right now. We're all living every day, every month, every year. You've all had a glorious life from your childhood to where you are today. And if you are deciding to sit here and listen to me for the next, if I should say, 59 minutes now, it better be momentous. It better be something that you can take back. When I was 14, I was asked to address a big audience. And I had no clue. That was the initial days of my monastery. And I was about to go on the stage, and one of my head monks, I was asking, what should I do? I don't even know how to speak. I don't even know how to present. And all he told me is, once you go up there, and once you see people in front of you, remember, Ashwin, this is not about you. It's about them. It's about each one of them, what is going on in their mind, what's going on in their hearts, about their family, about their challenges, about how they feel internally by themselves, which they can't even share with anyone else, their struggles, their aspirations, their dreams. It's about them, Ashwin. If you can feel that, just go there, stand. You don't have to figure out what to talk. They will hear what they need to hear. And ever since, for the last 3 decades, wherever I have been, whether it's an individual or a group like this, I've always find it very, very unique and transformative every time. Doesn't matter if I have to go and address another group in the afternoon. This is going to be so equally unique, and that is going to be so equally unique because the possibility of a shift, the possibility of a transformation that could unfold in any of you or all of you could change the entire trajectory. How is it going to change the entire trajectory? Whatever you get out of this, you might go and do something knowingly or unknowingly after this call, that one conversation you might have with your mom, with your dad, or with your child, or your colleague, the way you ride back to Coimbatore or wherever you're going to go back, the conversation with the driver, or that one email that you're going to send, or that one text message or a WhatsApp message you're going to send, the effect is going to have a ripple effect. And that's going to create further ripple effect and further ripple effect. You have no idea what you would be doing. And being able to do something like this, standing on a stage like this, and impacting that kind of a shift again and again and again, the beautiful part about this kind of transformation is this kind of transformation never gets old. How many talks you give, every time there is an opportunity to connect with a human being, every time there's an opportunity to think together, to feel together, it never gets old. Oh, itne sare talk de diye, kitne sare saal ho gaye, another talk. It never feels like that. Because what we're going to hear in the next few might leave a thought in you that you might be able to take further in a very, very profound manner. So before I begin, my simple question to each one of you: do I have the permission to take you on that journey? Yes? You want to journey with me for the next 50 minutes? Can I hear a loud yes? Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I'm just bringing up this image in front of you. This was last week. I was in Hyderabad. And there are like 1,000 aspiring doctors meditating with me. The session was for almost 25, 30 minutes. 25, 30 minutes. There was absolute pin drop silence. And you could feel the energy buzzing in the room because they're all in that space of gratitude, of connectedness, of envisioning their life, of dreaming something fantastic. So everyone is in their mental space. And when 1,000 of them are in that mental space, you can feel it literally filling the room because it's collective energy. So the collective energy is filling the room, and they're from all walks of life. some who have not even heard about what is it to look inside, what is it to even close your eyes for so long. And I was kind of thinking, would such a large group even sit together? But I was absolutely spellbound to see not one distraction. There was no one set of backbenchers trying to see, okay, they can, giggle and try to disrupt the meditation. Nothing. There was no backbencher, no front bencher, nothing. The whole group, because I walked afterwards till the end, and I was even seeing it in the video footages, everyone took it upon themselves that this next 20 minutes, this next 25 minutes, is about me, it's about my inner journey, and I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to withdraw. I'm not doing it for the speaker. I'm not doing it for showbazi. I'm not doing it for some assignment. I'm doing it because it's an opportunity, and I don't want to miss that opportunity. And after 25 minutes, they were all coming to the stage, holding the mic and telling their testimonials, how they felt. They've never felt anything like this, and they feel so inspired. Some of them had life breakthroughs in terms of what they're going to do next, what is going to be the decision of their life. So in that 25 minutes, what was happening? In that 25 minutes, 1,000 people were making life-changing decisions. It was a space where they could realize how they feel and what they're going to do on that field can change the entire trajectory of their life. And so many of them are coming and telling them, now I know what I'm going to do. Now I'm very, very clear about my next steps. That sacred space where they felt this ability to make decisions is such an incredible space because people don't find that space so easily. People wait. People procrastinate. I think when I get there to that point in my life, I think I might decide then. How would it be if someone else can decide for me? Perhaps my parents or the school or the teachers or the system. Something should happen which can make my decision-making process come as on a platter, like a ready-made meal. But what and how do I make decisions that is going to really add value to my life? And in those 25 minutes, it was extremely thrilling to watch that these people could go to that space and find that clarity. This happens day in and day out with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. Not just in the gatherings I am addressing or many other people who are doing similar spaces, but millions out there tap into this space. And that space is what I feel like this universe has given me a mission to bring it to as many people as possible, because that space is not a new space. That space is not a space you haven't experienced before. That space is not very alien to you. It's something we all know. All of us know that space. We have felt it. We have enjoyed it. We have experienced it. We would have experienced it this morning. We would have experienced it yesterday. We would have experienced this just a few minutes ago when you were listening to some nice music, whether it's the rock or the piano. A space where you feel good. And the only question we are going to look at here is, do we leave that space to some accidental, whenever it happens, once in a blue moon, or is it possible to tap that space as and when we wish? As a student, as a teacher, as a human being. We'll see more. I'm just going to bring an image. We all know who he is. He is? It's so foolish for me to ask that question. Yeah. Steve Jobs. And then I'm going to bring an entirely different image. Just a symbolic representation of Buddha. One image, the first image, is often connected to the idea of someone who did great in life. What is it to do better? And what does the second image depict? A symbol of feeling better. So we have an example of someone how to do better, and we have an example of someone how to feel better. Academics, career, steps taken in life. An honest question we need to ask ourselves. Emphasis, the strategy, the infrastructure, all the discussions we have, the extent to which we have how to do better. And if the entire chain, right from crawling to walking as a child, and the mother teaching the child what is it to even understand the first word in language, to all the way to earning the topmost laurels of life, the amount of focus we have on doing better, doing better, doing better, doing better, doing better. The clarity, the path, the technology, the assistance, the infrastructure. How much do we really have to feel better? Am I making sense to all of you? Yeah. Because every person that I have come across, I was once in a country called Gabon, in West Africa. And I was riding in this truck. It was a fun journey with a lot of African tribes, and it's a combination of people who are working in the fields. And they just non-stop toiling, and it's just about daily bread and butter. The example I'm trying to give is from spending that momentous time for 3 hours riding from one place to another place in Gabon, to someone like a Michael Jackson. What I have seen, it doesn't matter how you're doing. You might be the king of pop. The only reason he reached out and I got the privilege of journeying with him was even if he was doing phenomenally better, there would people camp out of his house just to get a glimpse of Michael Jackson. So can I see him? He's so celebrated. He has done the best. King of pop. But even if he was doing so much supreme better, he still was seeking how to feel better. In his own secret space, not knowing whom to tell what to do, he was clueless how to feel better. The music record company, his songs, Thriller, they all took him to the crescendo of doing better. But he had no clue how to feel better. So in my run, in my march to success, how complete is success? Just by doing better. How complete is the success, not just of the student alone, of everyone, of the teacher, of the family, of the mother, of the father. The mother who is literally giving her life to make sure the child's life is beautiful. After 20 years, 25 years of child success, does the mother have the ability to feel better? Or she was just so involved in doing. She might be happy the child has reached far heights, but does she have the tools to feel better? So I'm not even here just to talk about someone in silo, like a student or the teacher. This is about us as human beings, which applies to every student, isn't it? Which applies to every teacher, which applies to everyone. I was having a chat with a guard out there just when I was trying to enter the auditorium here. I was waiting for Kritika, one of my team members. I was looking at him, and he was very joyfully welcoming everyone who was entering the gate, the guard. And thought came to me, what would be going on in his mind? Same thing. He's doing whatever he can to support his family. He's doing better. But he also wants to feel better. I mean, who doesn't want? We are breathing, we are seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling every single moment. This incredible organism where 1 million functions are happening every single moment. Even as for example, if I'm walking from here to there, the amount of engineering involved in just a short little walk, the amount of nervous system that is in play, this incredible, incredible organism being that was given to me, it never would make sense to me that this was given to me just to somehow just do some better, make sure we get somewhere, but not knowing how to live, not knowing how to feel fantastic on the inside. If I can't do that, if I can't feel that space inside, why this incredible organism? Why this universe? Why that flora, fauna I was just coming up through the hills? Why that beautiful mountain vistas? Why all that? Why should universe be so generous if we are not even waiting to see all that and experience that and just thinking of some success in the name of some doing better, but not having the science of feeling better? There's nothing wrong in doing better. We need to do better. It's beautiful to cross a milestone. It's beautiful to finish a certain education. It's beautiful to get that job, or it's beautiful to be an entrepreneur. It's beautiful to grow a company. It's beautiful when your company becomes a unicorn. But as you're doing all this, what happens to this? Because if this doesn't happen, life continues to be incomplete. And there are times, that's why you see many times people reach that peak and they question what is happening. I have team members who work with Ahhaa, who are from MIT and Harvard. I left for monastery halfway in my 7th class in Bombay. So I'm a very poor example here for academics because I had to join the monastery. It was my calling. I'm not recommending everyone to do that. My journey was different. I had a very strong calling to join the monastery. But people who are from Harvard and MIT who are working with me in Ahhaa, the AI mental well-being company, they're giving their profound skills to the tech part, but still, the reason they want to work in the company is not because of that alone. It's because of the environment that's been created, which is all about not just doing better, but feeling better. And for this to happen, I have spoken everywhere, whether it's Harvard, whether it's Columbia, whether it is Maston, whether it's a corporate like Deloitte. Even when me and my co-founder, we had the interaction with Prime Minister Modi, his question to us was, this is so required in every school, how are you going to bring it to everyone? It's fine you have it, but it has to go to everyone. So what I'm trying to say is, wherever you take it, the need is the same, the need is the same, the need is the same. Are you following me? Yes. Is it helping? Okay. I'm going to just touch, but then I'll round it up as to what I'm really trying to suggest in this whole journey. So I'm going to bring up an image, or rather, an icon. What is this? Huh? Shell. Amla. Almond. Huh? Seed. Peanut. Peanut? Oh no. Okay. Sorry? Life? Beginning of life. You have now put me into thought, what should I use this for? Sorry. That's beautiful. It is the earlier one which you mentioned. It is a seed. So, you all said this, so full marks to everyone. I don't give individual marks. Yes, everyone gets 100 because one of you spotted it. So, a seed. If you take a seed, what is that seed? That seed is a tiny little thing. But inside that seed is an intent filled with intelligence. A tiny little seed, a mango, anything you take, a banana, or whatever farm you're talking about. I was coming through and the driver was telling me these are carrots, these is tea estate, or whatever plantations people are doing. It's the place of that. In that seed, the tiny little thing, it's not just something that assumes something later. The universe has literally packed the whole software into that tiny little seed, telling the seed, this is what you're going to become tomorrow. This is how you're going to literally be that leaf, be that fruit, be that flower. And that seed, after some time, becomes this sapling. And that whatever intention was has now started manifesting. You start seeing that sapling, and then it starts growing, 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 and at some point of time, it becomes a tree. A minuscule little thing with all its intelligence filled in, was nourished, was watered, was manured, was all the right steps were taken, and at some point of time, the seed becomes a tree. That's the result of that seed, which has become a tree, and it has so many different supporting factors. If you take this simple process of a seed tree, you can literally see the miracle of universe filled right in that process. We don't have to wait for a miracle. We don't have to wait for God to come and do something extraordinary for us. The miracle is already built in. Our job in our life, the moment we are supposed to take care of a seed, the seed could be anything. The seed could be a thought in your mind that you want to be something in your life. You want to be the best teacher. You want to be the best entrepreneur. You want to be anything. You want to be the best educator. That seed, the intelligence of that seed is already inside of us. And then as we are putting our effort and as we are applying all that we need to apply, it slowly grows into a sapling. But think about the most incredible thing here, which we might not even have paid attention ever. We're all farmers in this sense. We're all trying to nurture a seed. We're all trying to create our own garden or our own tree. But our job is to only take care of the seed. Water the seed. Take care of the soil. Whatever the seed, the soil is will come to that. But what is the biggest miracle there? What is the biggest miracle a farmer is experiencing every day when he sees his farm filled with those trees that he wanted to grow for the longest time? What is the miracle? Sorry? The intelligence is coming out. Yes, absolutely. More answers? Various factors supporting them. Yes? Please? The back, I saw a hand. Please, there's no right or wrong answers, just time. Sorry? There's no set pattern for the intelligence to come out. Beautiful. Patiently, the seed has been growing, the tree. Yes, one more here. Position of the seed, is it? Evolution of the seed, yes. Seed has the power to become such a big tree from a small seed, absolutely. All are valid. All are equally true. And I'm just trying to consolidate what I'm kind of trying to come to. But thank you so much. If you can give an applause to all the good answers. Not to me, but thank you, thank you. The biggest thing here, we don't have to grow the tree. Think if the responsibility of growing the tree itself was on us. You go inside and try to, aa raha hai, nahi aa raha hai, ye jhaad kab aayega bahar? Can you pull out a tree from a seed? You can never pull out a tree from the seed. You don't have to, because that miracle is built in. The universe is saying, you take care of the seed, I'll take care of the tree. We don't have to wait and ask, oh, am I fortunate? Why am I not being blessed by the universe? We're all blessed. The miracle is built in. You take care of the seed, the tree will come. So, if we think of this in anything in life, we don't have to wait for the right time to feel better. A simple insight like this can make us realize we have it fully in us to feel better now and here, and from that place start building, start deciding, start acting in the right manner. Everything in life, the miracle of that particular aspect of life is built in. The universe has given a very abundant universe to us, and not just to some of us, but not to others. It is given to all of us. We might be at different stages in our life, but doesn't mean there was a conspiracy against some and some were favored more. This intrinsic nature of the universe is fully there. But what happens normally? So I have the seed, I have the soil, I have my seed, I have my soil, but most of the time people wait for the right season. When that season comes, I will take care of my seed. I'll take care of the soil. Or if one season continues the same way, can I have spring all the time? No winter, just everyone being nice to me, everyone supporting me, no challenge, no uncertainty. Every study, I take a book and it's so easy to read that book. I go to a class, it's so easy to get that class. My parents are nice to me, teacher is nice to me, the chai wala is nice to me, the rickshaw wala is nice to me, everyone just be nice, nice, nice to me. The day that happens, a season where everything is spring, that day I'll be able to grow my seed into a tree. Am I making sense? And we wait for that day. We wait for that environment where, I can get the best job, I can get the best job, I can get the best place. If I go to that city, perhaps, there is less pollution, there's less congestion. Then I'll work on my seed. I can't do it in a city like Bangalore. I can't do it in a city like Bombay. I need to come to a place like Ooty. And I know once I come to Ooty and I have my place somewhere, and just like this school in a tucked in place, you just wait and see how fast my seed grows. And we wait. We prepare to live, not realizing we have lived and it's gone. How long we'll keep preparing for that absolute life which we have imagined, not realizing that it is right now, here. And seasons, the nature of season is never going to be the same. You will have great times, you will have easy times, you will have toughest times, you will have the most wonderful times. That's how life is designed. Thinking life will be one way, pleasant, certain, absolute, where I never have to worry, and when that day comes, I will get all that I want to do. And perhaps that might happen when I have enough bank balance. That might happen when I have done my degrees, my postgraduate or my PhD. That might happen when I move to that place. That might happen when I have my grandkids. Such a day might never come. Nothing wrong against this, but doesn't mean if you reach that milestones, seasons will stop. See, the nature of a season is a season. Why do we call it a season? Because it's a season. If it is too hot, what will it do? It will rain. And there's no way heat will not change into rain. And that's how the universe is designed. And what the universe is saying, I have given you everything, the seed, the soil. And the seasons are also in your favor. If you do the right thing, it is going to unfold in the way you want it to unfold. Now, if you see this whole thing, and as you are building and building and building towards it without waiting for the right season, then you reach a point which I call, since the subject was all about well-being, what well-being means to me. Well-being to me is an accumulated effect of all that you do every day, every morning, the time you wake up, the way you plan your day, the way you execute your tasks, the way you go to bed, the way you eat, the way you study, the way you speak to someone, the way you get out of the door, the way you drive your car, the way you handle your money, the way you perceive life, the way you interact with social endeavors, with all kinds of people that you come across, everything accumulates, and adds to that seed. And that's what becomes your tree. Whatever is your life right now, it is a tree, a result, an accumulation of all that you have done, all that you've seen, all that you have felt. It's an accumulated effect. Now, if you want a well-being, an experience where you can feel better, a more and more prevalent state of mind. The only way it's going to work, that we can create that accumulated effect. Quite often people think, if I can just do that one meditation, if I can just go to that one temple or church or anywhere, if I can just do that one little book reading and then not do something for a long, long time, it would have produced the enough effect that I was seeking for it to create. But it doesn't work like that. Why? That seed needs daily watering. It needs daily attention. What is the farmer doing with the seed? She devotes their time, their energy to the seed almost every day for years and years and years. And it is that attention that leads to the coming of the tree. And it's the accumulated effect that the farmer has created that it has become a tree. Similarly, the only way a true well-being, a true inner harmony can grow in any life is it becomes a part of our culture. It's something that grows. I don't want to recommend here, do this, don't do this. I'm here to basically share how does it work at a functional level. Everything is an accumulated effect. Everything is a micro habit. Every day, what the farmer is doing to the seed is a bunch of micro habits. It's not that one day he comes and does something phenomenal to the seed and it becomes a grand tree. It's just micro habits, day after day after day, week after week, month after month. And the result of that micro habit is a tree. So to me, well-being, if you truly want to understand, if you truly want to visualize a school which is thriving on well-being, it is a school that has understood the path, the science of micro habits that just beautifully seeps into the student, seeps into the teacher on an ongoing basis. Not one special well-being program, not one special session that happens once in a blue moon and somehow they are supposed to feel the desired effect. They by themselves are wonderful, I'm not denying that, but it's about what happens every day. What do they show up for every day? And that's what really we have been very passionate about at Ahhaa, and that's what we do all the time. That's what I speak about at every stage. It's about those tiny little mindful moments that you can take every day. So I'm going to just devise a very simple method that we always talk about. It's called the Ahhaa method. I'll take a break here, and I'll ask you how you're doing. Good? Are we getting out of this something that is valuable, or you're kind of going into a dreary stage? How's it going? It's valuable? At the back? Sorry? That's beautiful. Because a lot of them have said that the best meditation we have ever had is when you're talking, Ashwin, because that puts us into sleep. So thank you for that feedback. But I agree. Awe stands for anchor, wisdom, energy. At any point of time, what are you surrounded by? The anchors, when I say anchors, the sensory anchors. Now I'm just going to come to how you can truly help your students or your teachers in any infrastructure. It could be anything from the design of the classroom to the kind of conversation that happens between the teacher and a student. Everything is an anchor. The brain is constantly registering every anchor. And if you can create an environment where they are having these constant positive anchors, they might see it, they might not see it, but just unconsciously registers in their being, you're creating an accumulated effect. The next aspect of accumulated effect is all the needed life wisdom that you can provide for them, a wisdom that can move them from a place of conflict to a place of clarity. At any point of time, there are two things that people are experiencing. There is the what is and the what should be. Sometimes the what is matches the what should be. Sometimes the what is doesn't match the what should be. What is what should be is I should have been studying this much, I should have been performing to this level, I should have been getting whatever accolades I'm supposed to get at this time. But what is way back, not even close to where I want to be. And whenever the what is doesn't match the what should be, there is conflict. What should be in a relationship is I become friends with this person and it'll be very nice and happy and helpful and loving. And what is no. It has arguments, it has gossip, it has struggle, it has ego struggles, it has hurt, it has pain, it has resentment. So when the what is doesn't match the what should be, people have no clue what to do. And that's where life wisdom really helps people to get a good understanding. I'm going to come back to this, but I'm just touching upon it. And the last thing is what kind of energy you're providing all the time that takes people constantly to a higher and higher and higher place. The whole trio and the combination of this is a much, much longer process. We might not have the opportunity to dive deep into in this keynote. I'm absolutely happy to discuss with you how we are doing it with various schools and colleges in terms of how this gets integrated into the culture, into the whole ecosystem. But what we can understand over here is that accumulated effect that we're talking about is a result of all that they see out there, all that they hear out there, all that they smell out there, all that they eat out there. Every sense is silently having an effect, is silently having an anchor. And all that they understand out there about life, every wisdom or lack of wisdom is affecting their life. And the kind of energy you're providing there, is that an energy that is uplifting them? Is that an energy that is going to take them on an upward spring instead of a downward spiral? I'll take a moment now, if you don't mind, just to close your eyes for a second. And I said a second, not more than that. But second is too less. You can do for a few seconds. And just ask yourself, if you take your life right now, what are the anchors you're surrounded by? How do you feel every day when you get up in the morning? What do you listen to? What do you eat? What do you smell? What do you touch? What do you talk about? What do you consume when you wake up in the morning? What are those anchors that fill your nervous system the moment you wake up in the morning? Just reflect. Just think about it. What did you do this morning in a beautiful location like this when you woke up? What are the anchors that filled you? What are the anchors that fill you back home when you wake up? When you wake up, which is your biggest anchor? Is it the Instagram reel on your phone, the first thing and the notifications, did that friend like my post? Or is it that email that I'm scared of? Or is it that fear I didn't do last night, I slept off and I'm going to get a scolding? What is the first anchor? Thanks, you can open your eyes. Is it all the good? Or is it all this? Or is it a combination of both? Combination of both? Can you tell louder? Combination of both, thank you. If you don't mind sharing the mic, that'll help. I'm going to follow your advice of interactive, so she's, thank you.
Yeah. Hi, good morning. So when I complete my sleep and wake up naturally, there's a tree, beautiful tree. So I look at it and then I'm inspired to go for a jog. But sometimes I wake up with a lot of dreams, and that's when I think I go to Instagrams and all. So it is two phases. When you get disturbed and you wake up, I think we reach out to these. But when you are peaceful, you do the positive things, and that's how. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. If some volunteer can take the mic and if someone else wants to volunteer and share their anchor, if you just want to raise your hand, please, in the front here, and then you can go over. Thank you. Oh, you have a person.
मैं जब सुबह उठता हूँ पहले ये सोच के चलता हूँ कि मेरा दिन अच्छा जाएगा और दूसरा का भी दिन अच्छा जाने वाला है, ठीक है। तो ये मेरा शुरुआत का इच्छा रहती है। जैसे आपने कहा कि जो वेल बीइंग होता है, जो अच्छा सोच होता है, वही आदमी को आगे बढ़ाता है। और इसके लिए मैं आपसे यही कहूँगा, सपने उन्हीं के सच होते हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। सपने उन्हीं के सच होते हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता है, बुलंद हौसले से ही उड़ान होती है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत बढ़िया। आप ये पहचाने नहीं होंगे, आप मेरे साथ परसों पुणे से कोयम्बतूर आए थे ना? आप दोनों पुणे से आए थे ना परसों? मैंने देखा था आपको एयरपोर्ट में। रात को 2:30 बजे का फ्लाइट था ना? सोने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, नहीं सो पा रहे थे, मैं आपके आगे ही बैठा था मैं। सही है ना? आप दोनों थे ना? Sorry.
So every morning there's a regime I follow. Most of the mornings I'm able to follow it peacefully is I start with gratitude. So the first thing in the morning is I just thank the universe for all the blessings. And since my name is Mansha, the intent has to be clear and it's filled with wishes.
Your name again, sorry?
Mansha.
Mansha.
So every morning when I wake up, I have a wish list and a clear intent to fill those wishes. But it starts with gratitude, and then I ask for assistance to my anchors, that is the higher up energy in there, to help me thrive through the day. And the days when they're heavy, you always have a thought about work, but mostly I think it's gratitude.
That's beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. You can just pass the mic there.
Hi, good morning, Ashwin. This side.
Right, left?
Here. Center.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Smriti, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Yeah.
So my anchor is the lunchbox of my 3 kids. So that's the only anchor, except for the Saturdays and the Sundays when one of them is not going, or 3 of them are not going. But yes, my anchor for the mornings is the tiffin of my kids. Yeah.
And is it the anxiety that you will get it wrong, or you will not fill all the boxes properly, or what is the anxiety?
So the anxiety is this, that I hope they eat it and then don't throw it in the dustbin.
That's the only thing, or what if they give it off to their friends and they don't eat?
No, they'll eat. I probably have that confidence on myself that I'm a good cook.
Okay.
So that's for sure. Yeah, but yes, that's the anchor. I get up with this thing that I have my kids woken up because now they've started getting up on their own, and the next thing that comes to my head is that I'm the person who gives the food to them. So that should be a happy meal. That's about it.
So the entire mind only thinks of lunchbox, nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously the phone is the next anchor, I would say. But yes, the morning generally starts with this. That
Okay.
I think.
No, or is it like if you become more aware, like one hand is doing the lunchbox, one hand is seeing Instagram, and
No.
Okay,
No.
because I've seen such examples too, where they end up packing the wrong one because they're so busy in reels. Okay, thank you. That's right. Great, Smriti. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Here.
Oh, yeah.
So I resonate with what she said and the first person said. So yes, anchor our kids and also students. So when I get up first thing in the morning, I feel like I have to do the right thing for my kids and for my students. And I think it's not just in the morning. Actually, this thought process starts at night. Because when I go off to sleep, I don't know whether I have done the right thing. Sometimes there is that, I could have done this, I could have done that, but then there are so many constraints. And that feeling of guilt that I was not enough, either for my kids, or for my students, or for both, or anybody around us. And I think when I'm feeling disturbed, yes, we do like a lot of outward thing. We reach out to internet, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Instagram, And that leaves us even more disturbed at times. That's what I feel. But the right thing at that moment to do is, and again, I've read this, been in sessions like yours, and where we feel like it should be inward, looking inward rather than looking outward. But yes, we have to keep on reminding ourselves continuously that continuous consistency in, like, let's take time to look inward. I think that is
That's
what helps us sometimes.
Thank you. No, one further question for you. How was the anchor on Sunday morning?
Sunday morning is okay. I just feel like this is the time I need to take to rejuvenate myself so that I can step up for the people who need me.
Okay.
So that is the thought process.
No, but is it like Sunday means naturally you feel less anxious?
Yes, yes,
Because
definitely.
it's programmed, no? It's a Sunday, it's a chill day.
Yes.
Unless Sundays also we are working, that's a different story. But since the anchor is already set that it is a Sunday, word itself is a big anchor.
Yes, yes.
I mean-
But the Sunday evening is sometimes terrible.
Because of Monday?
Yeah. Yes. You don't know what to do. Should I
They-
spend this time enjoying or should I spend this time thinking for the next week? Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, they do never get along. So thank you. Great, thank you. Again,
Hello, sir.
applause for all of us.
Here, over here. Here,
Yeah,
in the middle.
please.
So for me, my anchor has been my faith in God. And this has been the source of my wisdom and energy. So, and it is because of this anchor, every day I get up with a grateful heart, no matter what the challenges lies ahead of me. And I'm very thankful and grateful, especially to my father for having given me this anchor.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Someone has to. Oh,
Left
yeah.
side.
Thank you.
So I feel my anchor is my wife because she always say,
Is she here?
yeah, she's here.
Oh my God, this
It
has
doesn't
made
like
her
that.
day. In front of 300 people, you said that?
Because always she tells, wake at 5, go class, your class is there, and you want to do puja, everything it goes. So I was not added to any pujas, anything. After marriage, only puja, go do that, this. And I just like, nice life, but when we go into that field, just now you met him in the plane, so he don't know you and you don't know him, just you saw. So all thing is circle where you live for yourself, feel better, it makes you do better. So when you're doing, from childhood, I was doing better, I don't want to do this, that, this. But when you feel what you want to do, till night I feel, okay, tomorrow is my work, feel it easy. So without alarm also, I'll wake up on time. It becomes, I feel that, and definitely it happens. So it's circle, enjoy your life, you don't know when you die. Just like I'm a fan of Punit Rajkumar, we don't know when, what happened. So just like that, be happy wherever you are, enjoy each moment, and you'll may need that. So that makes you feel better every time.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you later. Both of you going to be the do better, feel better couple, traveling with me. All my keynotes, I'm going to showcase both of you. Learn from them. This is how you do better, feel better. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Over here, Akash. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm Shilwant, artist.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay,
Shil.
from Bangalore.
Yeah.
My anchor is like, morning I wake up and then I start with lukewarm water. And then near my home, there are labor kids. So they come to my home for studies. Like 10 people are there. Like they come and then I allow them to study. And then I do my yoga practice, like just pranayams and all. And then I think like, my son also should do it that. That is my anchor.
Yeah.
So he's a little like, sir, Papa, I don't want to wake up. I tell, see, all are came, so please wake up. So now he also started understanding, like, how to.
How old is he, your son?
Now he's in grade 6.
Okay, grade
Yeah,
6.
Grade. So my anchor is like, one more thing is how to make my wife to wake up.
Okay.
Because she's always like.
So it looks like all your positive anchors, your son, it is his worst anchor because he knows you're going to wake him up for yoga. He doesn't want that.
Yes.
And wife also doesn't want you to wake up. So, okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
I always think like, give something to others. And that makes me like feel better always.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Akash here at the end. Yeah. Over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every morning when I wake up, I believe in the power of manifestation. I write affirmations with a green pen, and that is really working for me.
Green pen?
A green pen.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Our color is green, so
Yeah.
green.
Yeah,
Bye. So
maybe a link. Apart from that, I do meditate for 2 minutes. I know that's not enough, but I'm trying to elongate it a little better. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, please, more. It's great to hear from us. So, yeah, the mic is good. And more with mic.
Okay. Myself, Mahendra Singh. I'm a computer science teacher. Recently, I shifted to South Korea. The school called GSIS, full form is Gyeonchi Suwon International School, the same GSIS. Okay. So the concept which I like it, today's sessions, do better and feel better. 3 years before, that's a reflection for me. What I was doing, like my dad is good in doing meditations, yoga, and walking from last 30 years, I applied it. Like as many of my colleague or teachers or friend, they told me when I get up, I have a lukewarm water to freshen up. But before that, I thanks to the God or the supernatural power that we are living today. Because when we sleep, it means we are dead. So we should be thankful to the God, first thing. That's feel better. And I start with like meditations, walking with my wife. She has changed. Positive attitude, timetabling, planning, and family time is important. So that's a time me and my wife, we do that. And after that, like, as I said, I'm teaching for last 15 years in a teacher. As a teacher job is a noble job, but it's a hectic. It's a challenging every day with the students, with the meetings, late night work, presentations, unit planning, documentations, and IB, like what we have to do, a lot of things. So to make my colleague, my friends, I get a positive energy to make that, be happy myself, keep smiling and talking everybody in the school. Yeah. I want to join with him for next session whenever he go. I add something, my experience, and literally all these things has made me to feel better, to do better. I become HOD in my department. I handle more than 10 teacher, IB, CI, Cambridge, MYP, DP, teaching design under the guidance of Kaiser Depashi from last 5 years in a SAIBSA, facilitating. And recently, I have become a director of innovations as well as a head of the computer science in South Korea. And I think I should share just 2 minutes. One good thing, sorry?
That's fine. Please share. Yeah.
I thought that what he said, the reflections you guys can also be willing, or you will be doing it, something can be positive in the environment of the educations that might be helping to us. So I think I should, yeah. Yeah. Feel better comfortably in my department. When I was in Gaudium in Hyderabad, there are 9 female teachers. I'm only the gents over there. So that's what I'm coming back. That's what I'm coming up. So they have a lot of curiosity whether this man will understand. I was a young among them. They were like 45, 50, 55 years, very experienced than me. So they were thinking, how he can manage to us, curriculum, all those together. So I said, it's not like I'm going to lead it, but we are going to discuss, and I need your support, your guidance to execute the department. And recently I visited to Hyderabad to meet because of my vacations. They were missing me a lot. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
May I?
Yeah, please.
Hi everyone, my name is Suja. I'm from Kochi. We have an awesome team with us representing Choice IB Kochi. So I was looking at the AW factor. I am actually going to coin all the 4 words that appear, including the AHHA. For me, I was like, is it AWE or the EWA? I'm someone who wrote, when he said anchor, I wrote anger, especially when he said it's the emotional factor, ANGR. Then you said the anchor part. It's the wisdom that we wake up with. The energy part that leads to be at a workplace, with the family, with whichever group that you're going to be with. You just absorb that energy, and your aha factor that the day ends with, it revolves around. That becomes the anchor part of it, is what I believe. And it ends with that aha.
Thank you.
Here, Ashwin, can I share? Yeah, in the last row.
Oh, yeah, please go ahead.
Hi, Ashwin. Good morning, everybody. See, as far as the anchor is concerned, the most important thing for me in my anchor is my inner self. It is awake all the time, and it guides me like all the time. And when I wake up in the morning, it takes me to the places where I want to be. Maybe when I open the door and go in the garden, it feels the air. It looks at the birds and listen to the sounds around and feel the nature and connects with the nature. It takes me to the creativity and other things like playing my flute and everything. So it inspires me. My inner self is the most important anchor here, and it takes me everywhere, wherever I like. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
May I?
2 more. Yeah.
May I?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So I've heard to a lot of perspectives now. I feel with every stage of life, every phase of life, your anchors keep shifting, changing. So currently I'm at a stage where I don't have to think about waking up and thinking about my children's tiffin and things like that. But I wake up with a lot of gratitude to the universe and to everybody around me who's made me what I am today. And I keep thinking of what can I do to be the best version of myself. So that's the anchor. So I feel with every passing stage, your mind, you keep changing your perspectives about your anchors.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Awesome. One here. We'll just take 2 more and then we can continue. I know I'm short on time. Someone can pass the mic here.
When the session starts, you start with a do better and feel better. And I was looking for this. And I'm an art of living teacher, and my anchor is practicing Sudarshan Kriya every day. That is my anchor. So when I do this, I feel better, I feel blissful. And my second anchor, what can I do to spread this? How can I make others feel better? What are my students? How can I convince people to feel better? There are tools available in the world. Meditation, as you said, it's a wonderful, biggest, powerful tool. What should I do to do something so people will understand the power of it and they can implement this in their life? These are the 2 anchors.
Thank you. Wonderful. Anyone wants to go last?
So heard from many. So from
We'll make it 2. No, don't worry. After you can also go ahead. No, you can finish and then you can give it to her.
So from my perspective, the anchor is myself. So as everybody were talking about positivity and all those stuffs, every day cannot be a positive day. So from my past experience, if I wake up today, if I feel that today is my blessing, then that day goes well for me as well as for the others. But on the other hand, if I feel my day is miserable today, then the same applies to me and the others around me. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, you're good.
So keep it short and simple. Sometimes the baggage of yesterday becomes the anchor for that particular day. I do try to think positive, manifest, but Instagram becomes the savior. I wake up and I scroll. So keeping it very realistic. But some days the idea is to reflect, and when I wake up with that thought, that day is entirely different. So as you said, no, it's this is something within us, it's not alien, but I would really like to consciously tap that feeling so that my anchor is in my hand, not on external factors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's give a big applause for all of us sharing wonderful, wonderful things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. And it makes a big difference. It's way better once in one gathering, I asked the same question. One guy said, his anchor is his anchor, banyan. So it's much better than this in terms of the reply, because he feels good when he wakes up, he gets ready to go in the morning. It was hilarious when he told the whole auditorium cracked. But yeah, brilliant answers. Forget brilliance, they were real. That's what you experience. There is no the anchor, there is no benchmark, but an anchor that works for you. Each one of you shared an anchor that has made a difference in your life. And as I'm kind of closing this, we'll just do a small practice, but even before we go into that practice, the anchors that are visually stimulating right now, they might not be necessarily negative. So we don't need to beat ourselves if we find ourselves scrolling through the reels most of the time and say, oh, ye kya ho raha hai? Let me pull out of this and come back to my thing. Because all said and done, there's a big discussion about social media, about technology, about AI, and the amount to which we are getting totally inundated in that. My understanding there always has been, you can't de-addict from an anchor that has somehow managed the science of micro-habit. What is a reel? An Insta-reel. It is a micro-habit. And that's how they packaged it. In few seconds, it does all it needs to do to your brain. There is curiosity, there is stimulation, and then there is a judgment around that, whatever you saw there. And even before you can settle for that, so we have needs. And one of the main needs we have is certainty, and another need we have is variety. So there is this one place of certainty where I can go and keep getting constant variety. Anything, from a crazy funny video to a serious tip. So the reason it is getting glued into our daily culture is because the design of it is the power of micro-habit. Everything is a micro-habit. The people who designed it, they're not fools. They knew this is how it's going to work. People get glued if the micro-habit is packaged properly. So if I'm going to beat myself up, no, I need to come out of this micro-habit and be more calm, be more still, meditate. I most of the time tell people, if you're trying to meditate but you're really glued to your reels, see the reels and meditate. It's fine. You might get your peace from there. It's a Herculean task. It might look very poetic. It might look very noble to de-addict. But de-addiction is a myth. You can only re-addict. The brain doesn't know to de-addict. It's like a river that is constantly flowing. So can you ask the river to stop flowing? No. You can only change the direction of the river. You can't ask an addiction to stop. You can only re-addict it to something that you want it to addict. And that's what, in fact, our entire Ahhaa platform is about, that, the whole micro habits that, fine, if the kids are going to get well-being only in this way, why can't we meet them there? Why can't we exactly do what a reel does, what a chat GPT does? Meet people where they are instead of telling them, no, chhod do ise, come on, declutch, be more responsible, be more disciplined. It might look good, but will it happen? They'll wait, and by the time will be gone. It'll only put them into further guilt because the brain wants to see it. They're not supposed to do it, but they can't stop it. They are not supposed to do it, but they can't stop it. But rather, is there a way of well-being? Is there a way of anchor in today's day and time? Is there a way of wisdom in today's day and time? Is there a way of energy in today's day and time that is exactly like a reel, exactly bite-sized, exactly stimulating in a manner which might be disruptive to our old idea of meditation, which might be disruptive to our whole idea of just unplugging and doing nothing. But that time when you can unplug and go to a nice serene place and not have anything around might be very seldom. You might do it once in a blue moon. What happens the rest of the time? Every day you have to go to your job, you have to do your studies. And my biggest question has been, where you're spending most of your time, if you're not able to find your well-being there in a smart way, and talk of some great well-being in some hill resort or an ashram, and wait for that day, such a day might never come. In the meanwhile, you're missing out. So what I'm talking about, as we're kind of consolidating this whole understanding, this whole idea of micro habits, this whole idea of anchor, wisdom, energy. If you want a mind fit school, if you want a shift where it just becomes part of the ecosystem, like those kids you see over there, they are these kids in New York we work with, many of the schools we work in New York. This element of experience is added exactly right where their brain goes towards. And that's what makes it a mind fit school. And that's what brings about that shift. So an anchor, both in a bite-size 10-second, so normally what happens with the brain is the moment it crosses the 9th second, it starts forming opinion. So can you give them something that happens within the first 9 seconds again and again and again and again and again, which brings about an impact. And if we are not able to meet them where they are in today's changing world, we can tell ourselves that we have been very positional. We haven't, the biggest question, in fact, we need to ask all the time, if you truly want to bring well-being to students in a classroom, who is more important to you? The person or the way? If the way is more important, we will be stuck to our age-old ways. But if the person is more important, we will adapt. We will reinvent. We will unlearn and relearn and unlearn and relearn. And what is the unlearning and relearning process? The fact is, social media is here to stay. Technology is here to stay. AI is here to stay. Whatever is going to be tomorrow, cyborg or whatever, us and AI, us and social media, us and who is real, who is fake, all of this here is to stay. And telling that this all should be plucked out and we should find something that is more saner might be something we would be fooling ourselves. So can we discover a well-being, which is exactly where people are? Helping the student where they are. Not telling them that this is not something where you're going to find it, get out of it. There is a structure to it. I'm not saying that all day let them do whatever they want. There is a structure to it, there is a time to it, but in that time, the way you package it can be significantly impacted. And that's what we do in our Ahhaa Mind Fit School programs, and I'm happy to kind of take it offline after the talk if you want to know more, and I can share with you. But before we wrap up today, it'll be great if we can just hold this space together. And I just wanted to thank you all. And I just want to share one thing again as we began. This life is incredibly precious. And every choice you're making, every step you're going to take from here on, just ask this question: what are your anchors? What is the wisdom you are listening to? And what kind of energy you are constantly driving yourselves towards? So as I wrap up, if you want to get a presentation of what we spoke today and a lot of other materials, please feel free to scan the QR, and you can also get our business cards later, and there you'll find a whole lot of things that we are doing. And a minute. And again, I want to thank SAIBSA for this opportunity. I want to thank each one of you for taking the time to really listening and participating, and wish you all a wonderful few hours that are going to come next in the next 2 days, and have a really meaningful time as you're over here. So, thank you.